D-Roy, it's getting hot in here.
That sounds like was it the 90s or early 2000s?
All right, so leave off all your clothes.
Well.
Oh, skeet, 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 skeet.
You're in a good mood.
I am.
Adam is in a good mood.
It's a Friday. We're recording today. Gonna go out, do a little museum poking around today.
It's always better to do a recording when you're in a good mood. What museum are you going to do?
The Tinnick Mining Museum.
Oh.
It's the big Tinnick days out there
Scary.
in Eureka. So we're going to go out and check that out. Oh, man, I got to tell you this. And I'm going to breaking news. This is breaking news. I heard from a guy.
Like a month ago, because this isn't going to be going up.
I heard from a guy who heard from a guy. Apparently, they found a large amount of gold out in Eureka. And beginning 2023, they're going to start mining it. The mines are coming back open.
Well, watch out, world. Famously, you know the one thing that Eureka is known for? Like what they're famous for?
What is Eureka, Utah known for?
The man that invented the Zimbabwe, or not Zimbabwe, what's that called?
The
hockey thing that we saw.
The Zappolini, the Zaboltes, Zamboni.
The guy that invented the Zamboni, that's right, is from Eureka, Utah.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow. Well,
that and scaring the crap out of me for years. Going
to the haunted cemetery.
Me and friends were often going out to Eureka because we were bored in a small town, and it was and still is kind of scary. So
apparently, a lot of those things that are out in those abandoned places, I mean, they're getting fewer and far between, but apparently old Levi's are a thing, like a very expensive thing.
Yes, if you can find old Levi's, people collect them. There's the Big E Levi with the Big E. Somehow you can tell where they're from by lettering and all that. But old distress doesn't matter. The older the better. If you can find them in the old mining, a lot of the gold rush people would buy these jeans because it was kind of a new thing there, new technology, and they'd last forever. And if you can find the big Levi's, Japan really loves Levi's for whatever reason. Vintage American Levi's, really big in Japan.
Huh.
Yeah.
Who'd
know? Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, one man's garbage, trash, is another man's treasure. You keep that in mind. Like I said, as you're, winding down, it's fall, the leaves are changing. Weather's getting a little different. You might be trying to clean out some stuff, getting ready for the holidays. Just keep it, like, some of that stuff might be worth some money.
If you're going through things, and you never know. I mean, some Levi's aren't worth anything, and some are worth thousands of dollars. It's one of those weird things.
The name of our podcast isn't for kicks and giggles. I mean, it really is, but it isn't. Death and taxes are certain. It's going to happen to all of us.
And that's the show.
No, we're not there yet.
No.
And I don't know. We haven't talked about it a long time. There's going to be several people that have been listening to this podcast. They're going to have loved ones who have passed away as they've started, or colleagues or friends, and it is really hard. It is really hard to think about that. But think of all the junk that you have. Think of all the stuff that you have right now. I kind of had a near-death experience last month. Somebody thought I died, and then it kind of gave me the whole recollection of, what if I did die? Like, what would happen with all my stuff? I got a lot of stuff.
I'd be buying at pennies on the dollar exactly what would be happening.
Katie.
I'm really sorry, Katie. He said he was a freak in the sheets in that one episode, so I know you're going to be lonely, but I'm a married man. But what I can do for you right now is I can go ahead and take some of these baseball cards here off your hand. I'm willing to pay up to $1 a slab here, and I know he's got hundreds of them, so, I mean, that might help you a little bit. I know there's some life insurance and some other things, and I'd be happy to go through the office and see if there's anything else that I could help you out with. Again, I'll pay you top dollar.
Wow. Oh,
I may have been practicing that ever since you told me you were about dead.
You find out who your friends are. So if D-Roy all of a sudden becomes a multi-millionaire, it's because he finally got my stuff and I was too lazy to sell it. So
if the podcast ever starts coming out regularly on time and it's only one-sided, Adam's probably dead.
Yes, but I ain't dead yet right now. Back to Eureka, weird, crazy stuff. It is. It's one of those things like that we all have an absorbent amount of stuff. we live in America. Well, we live in America. We got listeners all over the world, and I think a lot of them are in a different circumstance. I don't know. We're hoarders. We're hoarders at best. I mean, you can pay to become a minimalist. You can pay to have somebody come into your house to get rid of your crap, which is another job. If you're thinking about, ways to make money, there's ways to make money because you become overwhelmed.
So I like to say, if there's a will, there's a way.
Oh man, I don't want to break the other breaking news. So, got a friend named Wade. I went camping a couple weeks ago. He might have been the guy that told me about the gold rush coming to Eureka. And out there, because I know you like to frequent that area, there's a major road, Redwood Road, and a road that goes out there that goes out to the little sand dunes. There really isn't a gas station, a good gas station that you can pull into with a trailer and all these kind of things.
Hard to get gas out that way.
It is tough to get gas out there. So we're thinking about doing a gas station that has a full-time, legit tacos in there, a real taqueria. Like, the ones that, my friends from my ecclesiastical vacation made. The real good tacos. The
Tulsa, Oklahoma tacos.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of Hispanic people. I mean, they knew what to eat. They knew what to feed you. So
you have the tongue?
A legit. Oh, yeah, I had the tongue. I had the cabeza.
Oh, you can have this out here?
Well, yeah, you can get them here.
Well, your gas station.
Yeah, so we'd have a gas station.
What are we going to call this?
So, in Spanish, a term of endearment is the word way. So, like...
Orderly way.
Exactly. So, you know the term of endearment. So, my friend, Wade... a lot of the guys that he works with, he's in the construction industry, they, refer to him as Way. So we're thinking about this gas station, and we're going to call it This Way. That's the name of the gas station. This way to happiness, this way to tacos, this way to fuel, petroleum.
Haven't you went down this road before? Didn't you own a gas station for a bit?
I did it once, and I made some mistakes. The second time... I think we might got a winner there. Like I said, I tell everybody, I'll try anything twice. It's the truth. I mean,
you've had worse ideas.
I have had worse ideas, but I mean, when's the last time you've been to a Mexican restaurant and see somebody who wasn't happy?
Yeah, point.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so.
Point. So is this going to be a restaurant with a gas station, or just like a little fast food type thing?
No, it'll be like I said. You come into the gas station, you get tacos. You get tacos, like fresh, good tacos this way. Huh? I mean, we'll see if it really happens. But man, there was some good ideas flowing last week.
It sounds like there's more than ideas flowing. But I guess get back on whatever we were talking about.
We're about making money, about making, searching.
If you want to invest in this way, gas stations, Adam Up Accounting at gmail.peripheralvisioncomcast.com.
Call the fax number.
Early investors, we got a penny stock opportunity here.
So like I said, going back to the visiting museums, kind of the one-off places, the old genes, it's always interesting to see. I like going to museums. I like seeing what the world used to look like, the world in a different eye. So that's one of my favorite places. So we're going to go do that later on this afternoon, D-Roy.
Well, I'm excited for you. I know you're probably taking the kid out there.
Yeah, got the boy. It's coming up on his birthday.
Are you going to stop out and eat anywhere out there? I know there's a
good place, the Iron Bistro. We are going to forego that, and we're going up to a place in Provo called, I think it's Move On or something. It's you get to eat, but they have a plethora. Just
McDonald's?
No, they have all kinds of board games. So you pay to eat, but then you get to play as many board games as you want.
You're not eating as you play the board games.
Yes, you can eat while you play the board games.
That sounds like a messy situation.
I'm used to messy situations. So
drop the salsa or the guac on the dice.
On the dice. There are lots and
lots. You
lots.
playing the Dungeons and the Dragons or the Risk Reward? Or
probably, I don't know, we've got so many versions of Risk or Catan or Monopoly and Life. We got so many different games. I don't know. My son found another one he wants for his birthday, but we'll go play some board games.
Well, that sounds like that's up your son's alley.
Oh yeah.
I want to make some fun and some jokes and some things, but it sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
I think you guys will have fun.
Good time had by. I hear you're on the hunt for some wrestling cards.
So as we're recording, I don't know when this is going to come out because things because of how things are. We're trying to put a few in the basket so that we can, have some. Anyway, as this is recording, today, select WWE wrestling cards were released. And so a couple months ago, not to go into too many details because people really don't care, there was a Revolution, they were called, that was released. And I was able to go to a few card shops in the state, and I got, quite a few boxes. On the first day, I was able to go on Whatnot, and I sold like 4 or 5 boxes and was one of the first people selling them on Whatnot and did pretty well and felt really good about myself. So I thought, well, with Select, I'm going to do the same thing. Is I'm going to go buy, from these card shops. I'm going to get up on Friday, go out and get them, come back tonight, and do a Whatnot video, or Whatnot sell, whatever you want to call it, show. And I'll make a lot of money because, when the first release or something's new, obviously there's a lot more money for it. People are really wanting it. Then later down the road, it kind of trickles out, and you have to wait years for Steam to build up again, and depending on what it is. Anyway, I woke up and did some things, and I thought, well, I'm just going to drive up to the card shop in Orem, which is about 40 minutes, but it didn't open until 10 o'clock, and it was like by the time I drove there, it'd be 10, or I could wait and call him at 10 and still have to drive there. So I drive up, I get there right before the guy opens and go in there, and he's not my favorite shop in the valley, but sometimes he has some good deals. What? Have you ever been there?
The older one?
Biggie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyways, so I go in there, and I said, hey, you got any the WWE Select? And he starts showing me this UFC thing that he's got, and talking about that. I said, oh, yeah, that's nice, but so you don't got the wrestling then? Oh, no, when did that come out? Whatever. I was like, well, it's supposed to come out today. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I don't know if I'm getting it, whatever. And maybe I will, maybe I won't, maybe in the next couple days, which I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I'm looking to resell them tonight, so I don't have a couple days. The value is going to go down dramatically. I can't talk today.
Ooh.
Dramatically in a couple of days. Like, I'd still like them.
You gotta have them.
But tonight I can sell a pack for like $30 to $40 a pack, and in a couple of days it's probably more like 15 to 20.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, cool. And the next place I go is up in Salt Lake, and it's a little bit of a drive. And so I'm looking, and I'm like, well, it doesn't open until 11. And by the time I drive there, it's going to be about 11.
Yeah, so you
so
make
I'm like,
the
well, I
trip
might as well just drive up there. And because, if I call, it's the same situation. If they have them, I'm going to have to drive up there anyway, so I might as well just go up there.
Yeah.
So I go up there, and I'm like, oh, there's this other card store that's, off 90th South, a little further south. I'll go there first. I've never been there. They've never been open every time I went to go there. But it's like, almost 11 o'clock on a Friday. I'll just go see what they have. And maybe they got some singles. Our buddy John, that's been on the show, found like a Mike Trout second-year card he got for like 50 cents from them. Nice. So they've been known to have some things that they don't know what they have. And I thought, I'll just go dig through there.
The legend.
So I drive over there and go to pull on the door. They're not open. No signage, no nothing, just not open. And I look on my phone, and they're not going to open until like 1 or 2. I'm like, well, that's not going to work. So I drive over to the other spot. And I go in there, and again, I'm just cheery and happy as I can be at times. And the lady that runs that place says, hey, can I help you? What are you looking for? I said, well, you got any of the Select WWE? Well, when did those come out? Well, they're supposed to come out today. I don't even know if I ordered any of those. Okay. All right, then. Well, UPS might be coming later. I don't know. Doesn't really help me.
No.
Thankfully, yesterday I sent out a text to our good buddy Phil. Phil, Venue Sports Cards. If ever you're driving through the state of Utah and you have any interest in sports cards at all,
or meeting the most fabulous human being ever,
or you just want a good pick-me-up, a cheap form of therapy, a pat on the back, go and talk to our buddy Phil over at Venue Sports Cards.
Spanish Fork,
Utah. Not the most convenient place, depending on where you're going, but it's worth it.
Oh, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah,
I mean it's. 10
it depends where you're coming. If you're coming off of Highway 6, it's right there. If you're coming off I-15, it's right there. It is kind of convenient, I guess.
Yeah, it's.
You just got to be coming through Central Utah.
It's 7 minutes off. I mean,
but yeah, great guy, great thing. So I texted him yesterday. I said, "Hey Phil, you can have any of these coming in?" He said, "I got a couple boxes. Let me know what you want." I said, "I'll take whatever you can spare. If you want to keep one, whatever, let me know."
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, they're all yours." And so we got a text as we were doing the podcast. Phil said, hey, they're here. So what I'm going to do is I get energy drinks from my work. I keep some in the garage. I'm going to go home. I'm going to grab me a box of these drinks because Phil likes a little variation in his drinks. So I'm going to go buy him a
little pick-me-up.
I'm going to go give him a box of these things. Says he's hooking me up. And I'm going to drive over and say, hey, thanks, man. Here's your Here's your money.
Yeah.
Buy whatever he's got and give him some energy drinks. And
you're not looking at barter. You're looking at.
Oh no, straight up. Yeah, whatever. Well, it doesn't behoove you to barter with Phil because he has his stuff way too cheap anyway. Right. So you're getting a deal. And I'm tax exempt there, all that good stuff, thanks to your help, and we're on the record there with him. So I will have a Whatnot show tonight, and none of you will be there to know how it goes because it's already happened by the time.
Well, they're already going to be there.
But we usually have a pretty good crowd. I haven't done it in about a month.
I felt like it. See, you were the same thing. We all took kind of the last
a little break.
3 weeks off.
I got not feeling well. I think I had COVID. I kept testing negative, but pretty sure I had it again. And
from what I've heard, those tests aren't very reliable. So
I don't know. Anyways, it wasn't the best of times. But I kind of took a break. Well, another thing is like there was a lot of people running at the same time, and I thought I was going Wednesday night because Wednesday night wrestling it kind of worked together. But then I had to wake up the next day at 4 a.m. I'd stay up late, get everything shipped out, and I thought this burning the candle at both ends ain't working. So I was going to go over to Fridays.
Oh, so Friday Night Raw.
Friday night and people are getting paid on Fridays. So I'm hoping that people will have a big paycheck. I kind of go a little later. I'm hoping people got a few drinky winkies in them so that they're kind of just, a little loosened up. The wallet's a little loosened up. And,
little fisticuffs.
And, but man, we got, just my friends alone, I've done pretty good. You guys have been supporting me and I appreciate it. Adam's got a lot of,
little drink.
Adam's got a little drinky winky. But, no, you've bought you some wrestling cards. We have a few other friends, people who I can't disclose, have became major collectors.
So the problem is we got a friend line. We got a friend text line, and it grows and it shrinks, and it like most things in life, it gets bigger, it gets smaller. It depends on which line it is, and you can usually tell who's in the lines based off of the threads, based off of the content. There's some content that's I won't say questionable, but different,
a little more risque.
Yeah, a little different. So, anyways, we all have names for each other, and they're all different names and everything. So we get on this Whatnot, and I'm a pretty open, transparent. My name on Twitter is me. My name on everything, it's me. It's me. I don't have the blue check mark, but I don't know why yet. But in the Whatnots,
the IRS is wondering why you don't have that. They'd like you to explain why you don't have the blue check mark.
That's true. In the Whatnots, there's a couple different names that only Derek and the person knows. They won't disclose which one of the friends it may or may not be, and we all know because they're catchphrases that are related to things that have happened in the past. I think I was in Dallas when it happened. But there's things, and we don't know who they are. So Derek's been very good at keeping his word and making these people anonymous.
If you want to pay me money and buy things from me, I will keep you as anonymous as you want to be. If you want to disclose who you are yourself, that's fine. I think you're referring to our friend Washrag right now.
Maybe I am. Maybe
I'm trying to think of some of the other names on there. But
Grandpa Joe.
That one's not too hard to piece together, is it?
Yeah, there's a couple names in there that El Sancho. We figured that out. I might have changed somebody's name in the group, like legit. I mean that's his name, but I've changed it to his Spanish name that has some innuendos to something else, and turns out those innuendos pretty much fit this guy to the T. So I've changed up a couple names on there. So. That being said, D-Roy, I think we got a good little friend group. We got a little, everybody's educating each other on things to do.
And if you want to join the friend group, come over at D-Roy Everett on Whatnot. Usually in the chat, I think it's the best chat when you guys are all in there on Whatnot. I don't care if you guys buy anything or not. It's nice, and I like the support or what. That's really nice. But I do enjoy you guys just coming on there and BSing, and it gives me chuckles as I'm just reading what random people come into this room to buy wrestling cards. And they become instant friends with you guys because you're just rolling on somebody.
We're all the same guys. So I know usually it's derailed with D-Roy, but I've got this pent up energy. We haven't sat down for a while. Can I share with you one more story that happened?
Is this pissed off with Phrump? Is that?
This is a good one. I like that. I definitely like that when it's IRS related. No, this is. I had a chance a week ago to go camping. As a young man, I'd love to go camp. It's fun. Get outside. Back then we didn't have cell phones, nor did we have cable TV, so it's not like you're getting away from anything. Now you got cell phones and all these things that you worry about. But we went camping down by Boulder, down in beautiful part of Utah. I'd never been there before. You're down there in Wayne County. I know Derek's he's a big fan down there, down by Torrey. So we went down there camping, and my son went and some other friends, and we went down there camping, and might have done something pretty stupid.
That doesn't sound like you.
So we had a good group of kids. There was about 8 kids and 4 adults there, and most of them, they had a kid there or something. So we had s'mores. I mean, it's a staple of going camping, and you go to you get ready to go to bed, do everything. We were waiting up, and they left the crackers out. So lo and behold, we've got the fire burned down. It's almost ready to go to bed. It's about midnight.
Adam's always leaving the crackers out.
It's burnt down, and we're sitting there. And we're like, "What is that sound?" And we turned on and found a flashlight, and sure enough, it was a mouse. Taking a full graham cracker away with him. So we're like, "Okay, great. We got to clean up."
I thought it was gonna be a bear. You had me worried.
You just wait. You're almost there.
All right.
Don't jump the gun.
Sorry.
So that's the first thing is like thinking, all right, we're in bear country. We're in the high altitudes. We better make sure we clean up. And so the boys, they didn't clean up. They left the graham crackers out. The chocolate was out, and so were the marshmallows. Marshmallows had gotten a little melted anyways. So, and there was a big jumbo bag. So there was a jumbo bag of marshmallows. So didn't really think about it, but. What would you do in that instance, Leroy? Let's see what you would do. You're always the armchair quarterback. What would you do with that large bag of marshmallows?
Well, it's you don't have a trash bag there somewhere you can conceal them. They're already kind of ruined. You're saying?
Oh yeah, they're ruined. Yeah.
I'd probably just put them on the fire and just burn them.
That's what we did.
I would just burn them on the fire because you can't really get rid of them. Is there water like a river that you could go throw it in or something like that?
It was a little ways away, but it wasn't necessarily a river. It was like
like a lake or something,
like a small stream.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. And you don't really have a trash bag or something sealed container wise that you can
No, but there was a bear proof trash container trash bin that was a ways away. That now going back, we should have done that, or we should have put it in a bag and put it in our truck.
I'd probably have just either thrown it on the fire just because I like to see things burn and a big marshmallow would look cool till it started stinking pretty bad. And
so that's what we did.
Or I'd put it in that bear trap thing.
We thought it was great. Says, let's just throw it on the fire. Problem is the fire was already pretty mellowed out, and it still had the plastic on the bag. So
I took it out of the plastic. Yeah, can't be burning plastic.
So. Needless to say, it took us about another 45 minutes to burn off the marshmallow because they thought, well, we can't just go to bed because, that's a giant bear, like, come and get me right there. That's like, a big popsicle stick.
Yeah, you might as well just put yourself out there on the skewer.
Yeah, string me to a tree and line me with honey. And I told you, I try anything twice, but I ain't doing that again. So it took a while to get the marshmallow burnt off on the campfire.
Boy, I know. I've changed my mind.
Okay.
I'd have made it just a big old, when you're doing the s'more, if they're all stuck together, I'd have got me a stick and just done a big giant marshmallow.
Like on the rotisserie.
Yeah.
Wasn't that smart. So needless to say, it took a little while, but it was one of those moments that you're like, I hadn't been around a campfire for a long time, and you just sit there and you kind of get some ideas. It's a good place to be at. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, you just sit and stare and think.
Yeah. That's what it is. And you just sit there. It's quiet. And that's when you come with ideas about this way gas station, tacos so that being said, we gotta get the fellers together. We gotta do something like that. It's been way too long. We had one at I think it was my 30th birthday, that we went up and roasted a couple hot dogs. You and the missus came up. That was a good time had by all.
Last time you invited us to do anything.
Oh, that's just false.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I was so excited.
We had the hot dog eating contest a little ways ago. It's been a while since we've done stuff. We've all been busy.
I haven't even seen your new kid.
Oh, you're so full of crap.
So did the bears come and or what happened?
So we stayed and we made sure that we burnt off all of the marshmallows to the crisp, and then we responsibly drowned the fire at what was left of it.
I know how you did that.
So yeah, drank a lot of Mountain Dew that night. So that's I don't know. We pissed off with Phrump. I mean, that's kind of a different version. But if you haven't done something for a while, I'm going to tell you, go out and go camping. Go out and sit by the campfire. It'll give you a chance to get the old the Mellon moving, D-Roy.
Gotta get that Mellon moving.
Yeah. So that we're kind of throwing it off. Like I said, we're ending. Summer's kind of over. Getting into that fall time. College football's back. Man, if I was any better, my name would be Jimmy McKnight.
And if you want to listen to Jimmy McKnight, Lonely Town Podcast still up and going. Nationally, not globally ranked. We're charting on that show. So
globally ranked to find out what the boys in Nephi, how they grew up down there. So
go figure.
That being said, my friend D-Roy, there are two things in life that are for certain.
And be Deathpiles and taxes.